that is too far, it's still too far. Here in the front, here more close.
Do you want to also here?
I mean, whatever they like, whatever you feel comfortable is okay for me, but if it's possible for you to be closer, better. This is a big sofa that you can see. Yeah. Right, very nice. Mataji, here is sofa next to Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna. All right. Don't we have something to do this? Yeah. Do this too. Maybe. Maybe a cushion.
Yeah.
One more. One more.
This one might be better.
Right. Okay, good. Let's see if it doesn't dance too much. Yes, sir. It's gonna dance a little bit.
Yeah.
This one. Huh? As you like. I don't mind. They're asking me if I want to be introduced to you. Some of you already know me. Who doesn't know me?
We have a couple.
Okay. So, okay, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So, for those of you who do not know His Holiness Bhakti Sundar Goswami, I'll just read a short biography here. His Holiness Bhakti Sundar Goswami was born in Syria. He joined ISKCON in 1974. So ISKCON means the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. In Caracas, Venezuela, and was initiated personally by Srila Prabhupada in his visit to South America in February 1975. In the 80s, he served as temple president in Spain and Venezuela. He has been traveling and preaching for the last 20 years in Latin America.
Now should be like 35 maybe.
Oh,
That was with a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, please let me know.
That's all right.
For 35 years in Latin America, US, and Europe. In 2006, he published his book, Srila Prabhupada in Venezuela, in Spanish, and it will be published in English. It has been published in English already, has it not?
In a few months, going to happen.
If Krishna so desires, this is what. At present, he serves as an active member of the Latin American RGB as Zonal Secretary for Central America. And Maharaj has, he's initiating an initiating group, and he's coming to Boise. This is his third time. So many of you have maybe possibly met him, but if you haven't, please come up to Maharaj after class and give him your name and everything. And he also gives great kirtan, so we're going to let him lead the kirtan.
Thank you. You can also ask questions after the talk in class. About the main wisdom. So, is anybody here first comer? Your first comer. What's your name?
My name is Oliver.
Oliver?
Yes.
Welcome, Oliver. To the Krishna Land. Are you a student?
No.
Do you work?
Yes, in Napa.
Where?
In Napa.
Oh, okay.
It's a town maybe 20 minutes away, Maharaj.
Hmm?
A town at 25
20 minutes from here. Close by. That's good. Are we already on?
Yes.
Okay, everyone. Nice to see me. I can't see. Okay. Yes, yes. Very, it's very good. Very important. You should give like class to everyone. It's very good. Amadhyama Timirandasya Jnanandana Samakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Stapitam Vinavutane Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dhanam Svavaram Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagradatam Saganaratam Vitakam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadanitam Parijaya Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Hey Krishna Karma Sindhu Dinavandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutede Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakanta Padokesya Vipasindurya Patitana Pavayevi Vaishnadevi Namo Namah Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare I have a suggestion to put the mic this side. You know, it's better.
Yes.
The cable is long enough. All right. It's good. I like details. I notice details, small details. A little bit of a perfectionist about small details. All right, Srila Prabhupada, so if I get very much details, I will tell you some anecdotes about that. Okay, let's try. We'll work it out. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Thank you for taking part in this chanting. This is a transcendental vibration. It's not a mundane sound vibration, but it's a spiritual sound vibration. In other words, it's not from this world. This sound is coming from the spiritual world. Golokera prema dhanam harinama sankirtan. Now, how is that possible? If it is a spiritual sound, how can we vibrate the sound with our material tongue? That's a mystery. That's the mystery. That I will try to explain the importance of chanting the Mahamantra. Mantra means, man means the mind, and tra means to free the mind, liberate the mind. With the sound, spiritual sound vibration. And Maha means the greatest chanting for deliverance. This mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. It's the greatest mantra chanting for deliverance. Deliverance from what? From suffering, from entanglement, from greed, anger, envy, lust, whatever. All the bad things. And to be peaceful and happy. Everybody wants that, isn't it? To be peaceful and happy. But there is a formula how to achieve that. This chanting is very important, can awaken in our heart God consciousness or love of God. God is not Hindu or Christian or Muslim or Jew. It's like the sun rises from the east, but the sun is not eastern and western. There is no Indian sun or Russian sun or American or Mexican sun. Sun is for everyone. They have different names, but it's for everyone. The same way Krishna consciousness is natural for everyone, because we are all spirit souls. We are not this material body. The body is the covering. It's like a dress covering the body. So the body covers the soul is in the heart. And because the soul is in the heart, the body is alive. Once the soul leaves the body, we call it death. But death only happens to the body. The soul never dies. The soul is eternal. And it's a spirit soul. Soul is always spiritual, never material. So this idea that we are body, soul, and spirit is confusing. We can't be three things, we only one thing. We are a spirit soul, not the body, nor the mind. Even a child, when you speak, oh, I hurt my knee. You never say, I knee, you say, my knee, my nose, my. Once I went to school, and I was giving a talk to children, and I was saying, okay, point to your nose, point to your head, point to yourself. They didn't know where to put the finger. Some put it here, some here. So the fact is, even children don't say, I am the leg, no, this I leg, no, they say my leg. So there is a person who owns the body. We are the person living in the body, but we are not the body. Have you heard that before? Yeah? Where?
No, just here.
Here. You heard it here. So, okay. It's very important to hear this philosophy because it's not sectarian. It's not about religion or changing religion, nothing like that. It's to awaken our real self. Our real self
is eternal, full of bliss, full of knowledge. That because we have material body, we have to suffer old age, disease, and death. So in this human life, it is very important to ask the questions like who I am, why am I suffering, what is there after death, who is God, what my relationship is with Him. This question only human being can ask. Animals only know about eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So if human being only eat, sleep, have sex, and fight each other, how they are better than animals? They have a polished edition of animals. Okay? So human being really means to inquire about the truth. Seek the truth and it will make you free, Jesus said. Isn't? And the truth is one. There's no, you have your truth, I have my truth. No, it's not like that. This is spiritual, absolute truth. God is one, and we have different names. I mean, we follow the Vedas are the holy scriptures of India. And there, the knowledge is about the soul, about God, very clearly explained. Very clearly explained. Beyond any, religious prejudice. So people have to be open-minded to understand the spiritual tradition of prejudice because of religious or cultural differences. But the message is eternal. The message is for everyone because the message is spiritual. We are a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around. So the whole idea is to understand these teachings and try to know more. We have books, of course. Those who don't have the book can acquire them, read them, come, take part, ask questions, eat the nice food offered with love to the Lord. It's called prasadam, means medicine. So, I would like to have a conversation with you, not just, I'm giving like a summary of more or less the philosophy. You can ask me any question you like to answer and have a conversation. Yes? Oh, I thought you were raising your hand. Oh, you were, okay.
You mentioned Krishna Mahamantra is 16-bit mantra.
Yes.
So there are certain people who also do Radhe Radhe and Vrindavan and some people Radhe Radhe and some people Radhe Shyam. 2-bit.
That's greeting, That's a way of greeting because they are devotees of Radha Krishna. So they like to greet each other, like we greet each other, Hare Krishna. Actually, Hare Krishna means the name of God. So we are reminding each other about God by saying Hare Krishna or Radhe Krishna, Radhe Shyam. It's the same thing.
So my question is, the 16-bit mantra versus 2-bit mantra, is the frequency anything difference?
No. This Maha Mantra is for chanting in both ways. In musical instrument, congregationally, and also can be chanted individually with beads as a meditation, individual meditation. Can be chanted both ways. Those others are not like for that, they just like, for example, we say Haribol. Haribol means a shortcut to Hare Krishna. Prabhupada said that. Haribol means chant the names of God. So it doesn't matter how they say Radhe or Shyam or Hare Krishna. The important thing is they are saying the names of God. These are details. Yes.
How do you know if something is absolute truth or not?
Very good question. How to know if something is absolute true or not? There is a difference between relative truth and absolute truth. For example, a relative truth will be that, for example, years ago they were using a method. What is that? carbon 14, how you say it in English. There is a method to know how old is an archaeological thing or whatever. You're using some carbonated 14 or something. Something, there is some method they were using. But after some time, they discovered it's not accurate. They found some better way to. So science, like sometimes they change, well, we discovered was not completely true, but this is better, a little better. Is it? So relative truth means change of time. For example, here in America is like normal for people, to play baseball. Middle country, they have another thing to play. In India, they play cricket. They don't play baseball. So there's relative, what you like, what you don't like. But when you come to the absolute truth, it means always the same, doesn't change. For example, if I tell you, like I was telling you right now, that we are eternal soul, that's absolute truth. That's not going to change. You'll always be a spirit soul, different from the body. So that's what spiritual knowledge means, it's absolute. That's why? Because it came from the higher knowledge. God, Krishna, gave this knowledge to the Bhagavad Gita, it's like the Bible of India. He there explained that we are all eternal spirit souls, different from the body. So what he's saying is absolute truth. It's not going to change afterward. That's the difference between absolute truth and relative truth. Relative truth, it can change with time, but the absolute truth doesn't change, ever. The knowledge is absolute, means it's perfect.
Okay, it doesn't change, but how do you know if it's true or not?
Oh, then you have to experience.
Is that direct experience?
Yes, of course. It's not enough just to know I'm a spirit soul, not the body. You have to experience it. And how do you experience it? By the practice. There is a method. There is a method to realize it, to experience it. And the method is, I am a soul, I am different from the body, so I have material needs, like I need to sleep, to eat, have a girlfriend or husband, wife, whatever, and I need to have, to work, to get money, to defend myself. But since I'm not the body, I'm the soul, what are the actual needs of the soul? The soul needs three things. Spiritual food, spiritual shelter, and a spiritual satisfaction, pleasure. So this thing can be achieved by a spiritual practice. And the spiritual practice is mainly hearing, chanting, and remembering. These are the three main activities of Bhakti Yoga. It's called the Yoga of Devotion. To awaken love, to awaken devotion for God. So this is a practice. And we have, of course, book to know the philosophy of what is behind. It's not something sentimental, fanatic, or anything like that. It has a very profound basis, very logical, very comprehensive, very ancient. It's not something that comes up and make up its own religion. Young people have it in America, very like that, and end up badly in most of the cases. Because it's not based on something real, it's just made up by their mind. They take a little bit from here and there and mix it all together in a big salad, and they become so-called gurus. And after some time, big problem happen, and like that. We have seen this many times. But this is real. This is a tradition based on the very ancient spiritual knowledge, and is brought by a pure devotee who never in his life did any sinful activity. Now, the founder of this movement, he never in his life ate meat or drink alcohol or went with women. He was only one wife, that's it. Never cheated on his wife ever. And he always had even never drunk even coffee or tea in his life. No coffee. Very pure life from birth. And he practiced Bhakti Yoga, he achieved perfection, he had realization of God personally. And he has his own guru, bona fide guru, who asked him to come to the West and give this knowledge to everyone. Because this knowledge is not only for those who are born in India, but for every human being, because human being, we need this knowledge, because it's spiritual and eternal. And it's for everyone, it's not just for some section of people, no, it's for everyone. Because we all need, the spiritual satisfaction, spiritual shelter, spiritual food. Not only the food also is given to the ear, the soul chant, hear about God, Krishna, we are feeding our soul, feel the satisfaction. What happens when you are hungry and you eat? Two things. Your hunger diminishes and your satisfaction increases. Isn't it? In the same way, when we practice this chanting, Bhakti Yoga, Hare Krishna, your hunger for material things gradually diminishes and your spiritual satisfaction increases. That is the proof that it is real. It's not something made up. It works. It does work. So you have to put in practice and see for yourself. Then you know for yourself if it's true or not. It's up to you. You want to have at least give it a chance. You tried so many things. People try to find happiness in drugs and sex and and alcohol and this and that. But this emptiness they have inside can't be filled with those things. Because we need a spiritual activities to feel satisfaction. Because it's like a fish is not happy outside the water. Doesn't matter if you put a nice umbrella in front of the beach with beautiful birds, some beers. Fish not happy, you need to be in the water. So the same way, we need the spiritual life. To have some spiritual practice, in our life. Bhakti Yoga is very ancient and very practical process to achieve, self-realization, spiritual realization. You can try this chanting, see for yourself. Nothing to lose, all to gain. You don't have to pay any fee or monthly fee or anything like that. You don't have to sign. Unless you want to receive some information, you share with everyone. Everything is free. Only the books you have to pay them because you need to print them again. So anyway, anyone would like to ask another question, a comment?
It's not the kind of silly question, but I've been thinking about it
Yeah.
a lot today.
Okay.
In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that I give you knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness.
Yes.
And so I've been thinking about this forgetfulness aspect that Krishna gave us, and I guess my question is,
He's in the heart, and from him comes remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. If you want to forget God, He will help you to forget Him if you want that. I mean, you will be surrounded by people who even don't believe in God. In some countries, I don't know if it's true, but in some countries the word God is prohibited. It's not allowed. I don't know the name of the country, but I heard about it some years ago.
so I was wondering, how do we know when it's our own ignorance or neglectfulness when we forget something, or how do we know Is that Krishna?
Everything we do is by desire. First desire, then the action comes. So there are three activities of the mind: thinking, feeling, and willing. First you think something, then you feel you need it, then willing do what I want to do. Give you an example how things work. Okay, how things work in the practical world. Suppose you're walking downtown Boise, and suddenly the tongue tells you, "I'm very thirsty, it's hot, I want a beer." So you tell your legs, "Okay, legs, there is a shop there, they sell you, go there." So the legs follow what you're saying, you go to there. But the intelligence intervenes. If it is with intelligence, of course. Why beer? Don't know, better drink some, natural drink, lemonade or something. I don't know, orange juice, whatever. That's if the intelligence is okay. The intelligence is not okay. We tell, "Oh, this brand of beer is better than this one because it comes more on TV. Must be better." Do they have to advertise beer on TV? It's allowed?
Yeah.
I heard recently, I don't know the brand of beer, but a friend of mine told me that, what do you call this, drag queen, they call them? Came out advertising a brand of beer on TV, and the sale dropped 70%. So the brand had to apologize to people. "No, it was a mistake, sorry." Now they go to school, directly they go to school to teach children about gender and this and that. Poor children get confused with small children, telling them about, if you're a boy, you can be a girl if you want to. It's like a normal thing nowadays. In some states in America, this is not allowed. I hear that. Some states like Florida and other states too. Because in some airports, the bathroom said boy and girls and whatever you think, so whatever you do with the Bible. Imagine, little girls in the bathroom suddenly man God, "I feel like a girl." What? They came out. It's crazy, isn't it? The things that are happening nowadays is crazy. Why doesn't happen with the men restroom? But the girl enter there and I feel like a man. That doesn't happen. So the world is crazy actually nowadays. So many weird things happen. I need to say. Confusion, a lot of confusion. Yes.
There's also a lot of good things that are happening though right now, like Austin and I just came from Portland. We were protesting in front of the Boise. We were protesting for 5 days straight. For anti-fur. So I think there's also anti-fur for blue on top of fur.
But fur.
Yeah, fur.
Yeah, we are against that too.
Yeah, it's very corrupt. I'm
Yeah.
very good in Austin.
Yeah, we are against animal violence, all that.
Right. But like that.
It's part of our philosophy to be kind and loving to all animals. We don't eat them.
Yeah, same here. Or wear them or exploit them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I think there's also like craziness, like this transgender stuff. There's also such goodness too. Because I'm struggling right now. I have depression. I feel rage. I feel anger. I feel hatred. I feel I'm just buzzing with like people. Honestly, just from protesting in such a crazy degree. We had security guards push us out. We had a lot of people hanging on us. Like, it's just a lot to take mentally to stand up for these animals that need us.
But they're they think if everybody does something, it's okay. If 500 people say this one is black, but you see this one, you are one, and they're 500. So if you see it as, if you say it is white and everybody says black, you're crazy. Although they are crazy. Understand? So the world is like that. We have some time, let go, be tolerant. Like Jesus told, hate the sin but not the sinner. It's their ignorance. They don't know what they're doing. They are being misled. People are good, the leaders are bad, because the leaders are blind, and then the blind leading the blind, they fall in the ditch, they break their leg.
So how do I love these people that are meat farmers? I literally went and visited a meat farmer, and they put us in front of his house. Like, how do I look at this man as equal? Because I see him as a horrible person.
It's just an ignorance, they don't know, And just by telling them like that in a protest doesn't work on them, because they don't understand. The problem is that they don't understand it is wrong. Why? Because society have taught them it is okay. The leaders of society, religious, political, it's fine. Kailangan mo litan mo, it's normal. So that's why they think, oh, you're crazy, not them. So why waste time trying to force them into something they don't want to accept? Better try to save yourself. And tell to those who are willing to listen. We don't force people to listen if they don't want to. What is the use? What is that saying that a man convinced against his will is the same opinion still? Is that the saying? Can you say it?
You said it, well, a man who is convinced against their will has the same opinion still.
Yeah, right. So, what is you trying to convince against the will? It's not going to make any change. Better try to change your own life. Then you will have some spiritual potency.
See, I disagree there. I feel like if you do push against the law, you do have some kind of push that they will.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, but so many struggle, political, social going on for so many years in America. And very little change actually happened. But when you talk about spirituality, about changing your own life, then when you are convinced, you have the experience, then it's easy for you to convince somebody because you have more spiritual realization. It's not just social, political. The spiritual part also should be there, otherwise not complete. Yes, Palash.
This is a very common question that has been come multiple times in my mind, and actually the question. So, Maharaj, you see, 100 years ago, like Wi-Fi or flying from one place to another was kind of thing. They don't believe that kind. It's possible. But nowadays it's possible. Similarly, down the line, scientists are believing that they can develop a chip in the brain or in the body that can collect all the information of our body and then fit in a computer and they can find what problem we have. They're trying to research on that. Similarly, they are researching on something that they put a chip in the brain and you can load whatever knowledge you want to do with chip in the brain and then basically you can help because of memory. It's a memory. So now we talk about a lot of reading books and knowledge we talk about, and now it's go away because we have put in the chip. What I load, I just put in the computer and put the chip and load whatever Vedas are in.
It's all theoretical science fiction.
So my question is,
Don't believe everything they say. And which human being wants to have in his head a chip there? I would not do it. You wouldn't do it?
yeah, so nobody would want to take the COVID vaccine, some people to take.
You become a robot or something controlled by them. It sounds crazy. Even the idea itself sounds crazy. It's all science fiction. It's not, they want to convert the body into a machine. It's already a machine. It works perfectly by will. and can reproduce other machines, small machines. And two machines comes other small machines. And who made all this? God made all this because in being intelligent, He made this. So human beings want to, also manufacture big things like that. But it is a fact, all these things are harmful. So I knew one man who was a manager or something, all day with the cell phone. He got brain cancer after some time. I've seen a video, they put 4 cell phone and a middle, a seed of popcorn. And after 2 minutes, pops start popping up. It's like a microwave. So the people, they say, okay, so much advancement, but now there are more sickness than before. So that has a cost, It has a cost.
So my question was, probably there's a verse in Bengali, they said that boi podle hobe na gyan, jodi gyan pete chao karo dhyan. That means if you read the books, you don't get the knowledge. You not will get the knowledge, then do the meditation. So that is the pure knowledge you get. Even though you put the chip in the pen, but the knowledge you get from realization, from meditation, that even though you put the chip in that, you don't get that.
Of course. It's not question like mechanical knowledge. You have to experience it, live it, Then it becomes part of you, part of your life. It's not something you repeat mechanically. You have to live it, realize it. Then it becomes natural. That's the way of the sages, in India. They give the knowledge, they give the way to practice it. And by practicing, you live it. It's not enough just to know I'm not the body, I'm the soul. You have to experience it. And when you experience it, then you become self-realized. Not only know theoretically, you know for the fact that you are not this body, you are spirit soul, which is not going to die when this body dies. And this soul is part of God, of Krishna. It's like my finger is part of my body. If something happens to my finger, I feel pain. In the same way, we are part of God, of Krishna. And He wants to see us happy. But no matter how hard we try, we can't be happy in this world because there is birth, death, old age, disease. So He's offering solution, permanent solution. Practice the spiritual life, give you peace, happiness, and after that you come to me. No more death. Live forever happy, blissful. It's not a bad idea. Yes.
From
Sure.
So, remember this question is I'm trying to research on one thing. So, this is basically when we feel sleepy and we try to meditate and we feel still sleep. I'm trying to research on that because my question is if you meditate something and if brain is active, then how false it? So I'm trying to understand and trying to see parameters what we are missing there and to add that point we can activate our ourselves. So for example, what I mean to say is not any external stuff like coffee drinking, no, I'm not talking about that. Right, same thing, what we can, there's something that missing there, that's the reason we didn't know.
Yes. The mind has a tendency to shut down anything spiritual you're trying to do. Because the mind is materialistic. Understand? Because the mind is accustomed to enjoy material things. So when you start practicing spiritually, the mind resists. So they put you to sleep. It's a way of rejecting the spirituality you're doing. It's ignorance, actually. It's the mode of ignorance attacking you in the form of sleepiness. After that, get up, splash some water on your face, walk a little bit, and keep chanting. Make the effort. Jump a little bit, wake up, do something about it.
So without any physical activity, can we do the sitting there, something and missing that? Without moving our body or without eating something.
Well, they have to be more alert, look at Krishna's picture, help you to become more alert, And I try to do it not mechanically, but with feeling. The chanting should not be mechanical. It should have feeling also. And the feeling is to feel helpless. You need the help, the mercy of the Lord. And through the chanting, you are praying for it. So that should be the feeling. Then you can remain awake. All right, thank you everyone. Any last question or comment? Yes. Okay, both of you is okay, fine. Go ahead, please.
I have two pieces that so first I last one. So in our ancient Eastern civilization, that recently that Guru great is 100 years, 500 years. Is that possible?
Yes, I mean to say, in my travels to India, I went to a festival called Kumbh Mela. It happened every 12 years. And I saw yogis that they were 300, 400 years old. Some of them even 500 years old. How is that possible? Human being can live that long. They have a mystical practice called pranayama. They retain their breathing. They breathe less, so they can enter into trance and stop breathing for some time. So they elongate their life that way, because life is measured in how many times you breathe during your whole life. But we are not interested in elongating our life in this mystical way, because after all, one day you have to die. Either you live 100 or 500, you have to die one day. So the idea is to look for eternal life, not for 500 or 100 or whatever.
Okay, these days people are having lots of disease, and the disease we usually see in the world days. Now in young people also with the situation. So my question is, okay, if they do the meditation in the proper way, do they can cure the disease?
They can?
Yeah,
If they do the right thing, they can.
Yeah, I've seen.
They can what? See the disease. What did he say? I don't know.
He's asking if they do the meditation correctly, can they cure the disease?
Can cure what disease?
Whatever disease.
Whatever disease. Be practical. If you have a disease, go to the doctor. Get surgery, do the surgery. Meditation is not for curing the body. Meditation is for curing the soul from materialism, from material attachment. To look for God, for a relationship with Him. But people try to use this thing for material purposes, and it is wrong. It is wrong. If you are spiritually okay, materially you will also be okay. Because the material well-being follows the spiritual well-being. If you are spiritually fine, then everything else will be okay too.
Maharaj, you mentioned about self-realization and doing the chanting so that you can get to that. So one who has reached to that level, what are their symptoms? How do they behave?
Well, that same question was asked by Arjuna to Krishna. And the thing is, the most important thing is that the person can voluntarily control his mind and senses. That's the symptom of self-realization. You are not carried away by the pushing of the mind or the senses. You can have control over yourself. That's the main symptom of self-realization. And no lamentation and no hankering for material things. But you don't lament for past, I lost my wallet, I lost my girlfriend, you lament, or hankering, I want this, I want a new camera, I want a new car. No lamentation, no hankering. You see everybody equally. You don't discriminate against anyone, animal, human, because you see the soul in their body. You love everyone. And you are always happy because you realize you are not this body, I'm the soul. The soul is Prasanatma. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kanchati sama sarveshu bhuteshu mat bhakti labhate param. That's the Bhagavad Gita. The centralized person is always happy, blissful, Prasannatma. Na sochati na kanchati. Doesn't lament, doesn't hunger for material things. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu, you see everybody equal. Mat bhakti labhate param. In that position you can achieve bhakti. Love of God. Very good question, thank you. So thanks everyone for coming and taking part in this activity. Now we're going to serve the dinner. Everybody welcome to approach the table. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.